Y'all, so I'm going to share with y'all this really informal, more vlog style video of me putting together my birth supplies. So I kind of gathered everything into this area, into this room that my midwife requests that we have, some things that I know I'll want during the birth from having my last home birth. This is my third child, second home birth, and just kind of show how I'm putting this together in an organized fashion so it's easy for my husband, my midwife, the midwife assistant, anybody in the house to find when I am in labor. So just kind of show you what setup is working for us. Some of the supplies my midwife has us to have on hand. She is going to, of course, bring all of her supplies. She'll have a rolling cart of supplies. She'll have a bag of supplies. She'll have all her emergency supplies if she needs. So she brings her own things, but there's some things that she has all of her mamas to have at the house already that she requests us get, and it's super cheap to get. Like, it's so much cheaper than the hospital supplies. Funny story, I got the itemized bill from my first hospital birth of like every little detail that was spent at the hospital, and I remember it being like $12 for a bottle of Dermaplast, $16 for that inflatable balloon they give you to sit on. It was just outrageous. And for all of these supplies that I'm going to show y'all today that my midwife had us order, it was 80 bucks. Plus, if you're having a water birth, you have to add a few extra things, so it comes at around about $50 more. So it's less than like $120, $130 for all of this. And then a lot of this you'll already have on hand if you're planning a home birth, like towels, receiving blankets, washcloths, things like that, extra bowls for like the placenta. So all of this is so cheap, honestly, y'all. Anyway, I'm just going to show what we have going on here, kind of talk y'all through what my midwife requests, kind of how I'm organizing this so that it's all easy to find, easy to get to during the birth. So here we go. So as I already said, my midwife requests that all of her mamas order a birth kit at 34 weeks. I'm actually 36 weeks. I've had this kit for like 3 weeks now. So these are most of the medical supplies that she doesn't just carry on her all the time. I mean, she's gonna have these things just in case, but she doesn't carry this many packs of gauze sponges. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that comes in the birth kit that we ordered. So this is most of just the medical supplies. And it's really not that much interesting in here, y'all. This is basically what the kit came with, and then I just kind of dumped it all in here. My son actually helped me unpack it and dump it in here. He was really excited to open everything, and we talked about the baby, and he's so excited about this birth, y'all.
And let's go love this. And this is for the baby. And what were these diapers?
So we have lots and lots of exam gloves, like sterile gloves. There's like a whole slew of those right here. Then we have lots and lots of these gauze pads just for like bleeding or bodily fluids, because that happens during birth. Lots of these surgical scrub brushes for like cleaning, sterilizing certain areas. There's several of these. Yeah, this stuff's kind of boring. But this is what is necessary. I mean, at a home birth, the stuff that a hospital would have on hand. So you kind of want to have some of this on hand, or all of this on hand for a home birth. I think this is this we actually had to use last time. So this is the detector that detects if your water has broken. So little backstory, my last home birth, my water broke at exactly 12 o'clock midnight. And it felt like I was just peeing myself. And I remember going to the bathroom, I remember laying in bed, getting up, feeling like I peed myself. I was like, this is really odd. I was 41 weeks and 1 day, by the way. And I went to the bathroom and I still was not sure. Like, it wasn't just like a gush like some people think happens when your water breaks. That doesn't happen actually. So anyways, I called my midwife and I was like, I'm not sure if my water broke or not. Can you help me, talk me through this? So she told me to get out this little swab. There is only one of them, and it's the amniotic fluid device detector. And basically you just swab the inside of your vagina. It's going to detect cervical fluid if it was your water breaking or if it was just urine. It will turn, I think it turned blue, like right now it's orange. I think it turned blue if it was amniotic fluid, and mine was so faint. We were still very unsure if my water had actually broken. Come to find out it had, because within an hour I started having contractions and we had a baby within the next 10 hours. So super quick birth. I shared a lot of this with that birth too. I shared my birth kit. Hydrogen peroxide, this is something that did not come in the kit, but she requests us have. I just toss it in here because it kind of goes with the medical stuff, because this is like to clean blood stains up. It cleans up blood stains great off of carpet, bed sheets, garbage bags. Some of this is boring, y'all. thermometers with the probe detectors for mama and baby. So anyways, this is most of the medical supplies that came in the birth kit or that I have added here. Like I added the Q-tips and the garbage bags, that kind of stuff, to go in the birth kit. So that is mostly like my midwife's things that she will need during the birth. So I just kind of have it in this Tupperware bin organized. There's a few things I still have to add. So we did plan a water birth in my last birth, but we did not make it in time to the pool. This time we have planned ahead to have the pool here sooner. So my husband will have it set up in this corner hopefully, and he can go ahead and be filling it so that when the midwife gets here, I can jump in if it's time. You do have to add a birth pool liner. My midwife provides the birth pool for us. We just have to buy the liner. So this does add about $50 to the price of the birth kit, but we're excited about a water birth. Annette, this is in case you poop during labor, you can just dip it out, or other like bodily fluids that need to be dipped out of the pool. Yeah, this might be a little too much information, but it's what happens during birth. And then, this is for the bed. I have a few other things for the bed. So when I go into labor, we will have our normal sheets on the bed. We'll take off our comforter, put on this plastic vinyl sheet cover. This is to protect your normal sheets. Then I'll put an old set of sheets on top, which I do have here. We'll put the old set of sheets on top, and that will be actually what I lay on to labor. So in case any blood leaks, which we do have tons and tons of these liners to put under me whenever I'm like in labor if I'm on the bed. So this came in the birth kit. This is just those huge like padding things that catch all the blood and the placenta and the body fluids if we do happen to give birth on the bed. So we'll have our old set of sheets on top of our good set of sheets, if that makes sense. In between will be the plastic liner to protect the clean, nice set of sheets, old set of sheets, just in case these need to be tossed. Then what's nice about that is once you have the baby, the midwife, her assistant, your doula will come in and start cleaning everything for you. They'll take off the old set of sheets that you just gave birth on, take off the plastic cover, and underneath you have your clean, fresh set of sheets to lay on and snuggle with your baby and take a nap. So it's really cool to set up for that. The last time I set these out, these little, they're almost like doggy pads, but these are like the hospital grade ones that I just sat on when I was laboring, so I didn't have anything leaking onto my bed. So we have tons of these. So that covers the, there are two more things we have to get for the water birth, and that is one more thing. The hose that actually runs the water from your sink in your bathroom or wherever at your kitchen to the birth pool. So you do have to, you could have ordered this with your birth kit, but we can get these cheaper like Walmart or Lowe's. So we just haven't picked that up yet. Hopefully we're not running to Walmart and I'm in labor and my husband picking up a water hose. So then here are some things that we will just have on hand for when baby comes, whenever I need to be wiped up. So sets of towels, these are older sets of towels that are for mama. This is actually on the list. She wants 3 to 4 extra towels just to wipe mom down or for mom to lay on, or if mom is having chills, I say mom, I'm the mom. If I'm having chills or something or need to be wiped down, just towels for me. You always can't ever have enough towels during home birth. And then I need 8 to 10 old towels. And y'all, I'm the worst at keeping things like that, like old ripped up towels, faded towels. I just toss them or we use them as rags out in the shop. So my mom, on the other hand, keeps all those kinds of things. It keeps old towels. So she's gonna be bringing us some old towels here soon. Now, the old towels that she's bringing will actually be for baby, to wipe baby down, to keep baby warm when they first come out. Because when baby first comes out, they do have the blood on them, the amniotic fluid, the vernix, and you don't really just want to wrap them up in a nice pretty blanket. So you want some older towels to wrap baby up in. So those actually will be sterilized. These are towels for me that I'm just gonna have in this laundry basket. But the baby's towels, my midwife specifically gives like explicit instructions on how to sterilize these things, because again, we're at home, you are in your own environment, but you do want to make sure things are clean and there's not like germs on them that can get into your baby. I do believe there's so many less germs though if you're giving birth in your home. They're germs that you're used to. Your baby's gonna come into this environment. You're used to these germs, so they're kind of already used to them. But again, there are a few certain things that we will sterilize. I'll talk about those in a minute. But I won't probably actually do that until a couple weeks. Hopefully maybe it doesn't come before that. So I need to get some more old towels. I do already have lots of old rags. These will also get sterilized with the old towels. 250 degrees for an hour. You put a hot pan of water to prevent scorching. Make sure nothing plastic is in the bag. After they have cooled, set them aside in the room which we give birth. So it's basically just the items in the paper bag have been heated to a certain extent for a full hour. Everything is killed that might have accidentally gotten on these rags. Although these are clean rags, I'm not that worried about it. But all of this stuff will kind of just sit in the corner of our bedroom because this is the medical supplies, the birth pool supplies, the sheets I'll have here for my husband to put on when that time comes. All right, so for me, during birth, I am going to be wearing, I wore like a skirt last time, which was super convenient because I could easily just pull the skirt up, go to the bathroom. I was covered somewhat, but I was still able to not feel like constricted. And then I have a little like crocheted bikini top for getting in the birth pool because you don't really, I have found I don't want stuff constricting on my belly when I'm in labor, and you could go like really, really hot. You can also get really cold. So temperature just fluctuates. So I have my birth clothes in this little bag, and from here on out, I'll just have it sitting kind of at the front of my closet so I can easily grab it when I'm ready to put it on when I'm in labor. I also have my gown ready for after labor. I personally don't like putting on any kind of shorts or pajamas that have pants or an elastic waistband. So this has actually been my gown for all three, well, will be for all three of my kids now. I first got it when I had Riggs. It's just an old soft gown from Target. I have a couple of these, so I'll have these out, but this one I'm gonna already go ahead and have like ready for my husband or my mom or my midwife to grab so I can put this on after baby gets here. And then as far as the baby clothes, she does ask that we have a little t-shirt, diapers, which I have tons of diapers already out, and a little baby hat. This actually comes in the kit. It's just to keep baby's head warmth in. But honestly, I think the best way to keep baby warm when they're born is skin to skin with mama. And my midwife, it was so beautiful last time. She laid Henry on my chest and they just checked her, made sure everything was okay, and then left me alone with her to just cuddle and bond and keep her warm. It was just, I just love home birth, y'all. Okay, so that's some of my supplies. So this will just kind of sit in my closet. And now let's talk about after baby gets here, like all of the yuckiness that comes after that. But it's just part of the process. It's part of the beautiful process of birth. Get on the big, huge diaper. This one, I've seen bigger, y'all. This is actually not that big. So they basically make like a pad sandwich. They put these pads. They'll put one of these big pads inside the big diaper, along with one of these pink pads. It's very absorbent. So all of this came in the birth kit. I just kind of tossed it in here. This is gonna be like my bathroom cart where I keep all of the pads. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stack this up now. My midwife will have to probably go into the bathroom to get these things, but I want everything in one spot. I do need to buy some more pads because the beginning you go through about 4 probably of these a day, and then as your bleeding slowly stops, you only go through maybe 1 or 2, just depending on how much you bleed afterwards. So I do need to stock up on some more because this is all that actually comes in the kit, and that will only probably last 3 days. With Riggs, I bled for 4 weeks, but then with Tanner Jewel, only bled for about 2.5. It was phenomenal. It's just so much of a difference in like the stress levels of the mom and the baby between the hospital and the home birth. And I think that contributed to my less bleeding last time with Tanner Jewel. All right, this is a peri bottle. Very, very, very vital when you first have a baby. It kind of burns when you pee. If you've experienced that, you'll know. So it's really nice to kind of spray water, or last time a midwife brought me an herbal solution to put in here to kind of spray as you pee, and that's very, very, very helpful. This is After Ease. This is actually the same bottle I had with Tanner Jewel. I only used like 1/4 of it. So after birth cramps are a thing. I didn't have them at all with my first baby with Riggs. With Tanner Jewel, I had them for about 2 days, and then my midwife has already told me that now this is my 3rd baby, I'll probably have those after birth cramps for about 3 days. So it's basically your uterus just clamping back down, and it happens the most when you're breastfeeding, because that's like God's natural way to help our uterus clamp it down and go back to its normal size, because right now it's about the size of a watermelon, but it goes back down to like the size of our fist. And that all happens as baby's nursing and breastfeeding in those days after birth. So I've heard with each child that it gets worse. That's one thing I'm not looking forward to, but this is very effective at easing those cramps. This is something I just personally have added. It's a rescue remedy. I put this in my labor aid, and I also can easily just spray. It's kind of like a stress reliever. I'm also going to add some magnesium spray here. I need to go get that. It just kind of eases the body. It has some like really good herbal remedies in there for during labor or after labor, just if you're kind of in a stress state. So this I used last time. And then I'll just have like snacks and stuff. I'll probably will put some snacks on here because I'm probably going to leave this in the birth room for now and then roll it to the bathroom once I've had baby and I need this stuff in the bathroom. And then another trick I found is after you have the baby, when you go to the bathroom and you need to change your pad out, sometimes things drip. So what's really nice is to lay one of these down at your feet. So when you put on your big old underwear and pad, I do have some regular underwear to put on too after the first couple of days. When you pull all that down, sometimes you can drip blood because your body is still bleeding. So putting one of these under your feet when you're using the bathroom, I saw that tip a while back from another mama and I'm gonna do it this time. So I'm gonna keep several of these also on the little bathroom cart. So I'll probably just put a few down here at the bottom for now, and then as needed we can get more after baby gets here. One more thing I wanted to add. This fan saved me during my first labor. If you didn't see my first labor story, it was very long. It was very traumatic for me and my son. There were a lot of issues afterwards because of the birth. My second birth was completely different. But anyways, during my first birth, my husband was holding this fan in my face like probably 6 hours on and off because I was feeling like extreme nausea, extreme hot flashes back and forth. So I have had this fan at every birth since. I had it at Tanner Jules' birth, didn't need it. I'm gonna have it just in case you get that like rush of hotness or like that nausea. This really does help, is to have a fan directly in your face. Completely saved me in my first birth. So I'll probably have this at every subsequent birth. All of the padding things to catch messes during labor, after labor. Some of them will go in the bathroom cart afterwards. Here are like the things for me, my extra towels, extra sheets, the fan. Here are the things that need to be sterilized, but I do have to add some more towels that my mom is bringing us. Here is all of the medical supplies, birth pool supplies. We will add the hose and just stack it here. Here are my clothes for labor, after labor, and I guess that's pretty much it. This is a really exciting time. I don't remember when I filmed this video last time. It was probably around this time, 36-ish weeks. But finally got around to it. I've had the kit for like 2 weeks and I've just kind of been putting all this together because it seems like as soon as you get this stuff out and ready, it's like, wow, it's really happening, which I'm so excited about. We have so many home projects that we're trying to get done before baby gets here. So that is what I have put together for my birth. We'll of course have plenty of snacks on hand. My mom and my mother-in-law are putting together lots of postpartum meals, healing postpartum meals. I just sent them the recipes yesterday. So they're going to be getting us lots of foods to stash our freezer. I will make my labor aid again, which is basically like a lemonade with lots of electrolytes added, like with coconut water and stuff, just to keep your electrolytes up. You keep yourself hydrated during labor, especially if you have a long labor. Last time I don't even remember eating during labor because it was so fast. Like my active labor time was like 4 hours and it just flew by. So I don't even remember like worrying about eating. I ate breakfast and then from there it was just, I had a baby. I will get some honey sticks. I had those last time, little honey sticks to kind of like a quick burst of energy if you're needing it during labor or after labor. That was the first thing that actually fed me after I had Tanner Jewel, was a honey stick. And then I think I had like bone broth, like a really warming, nourishing meal. I've talked before about eating and refueling and replenishing your body, replenishing your mineral stores after birth. So I'll have all of that on hand. I probably will do a separate video, or I'm going to do a separate video talking more about the foods I'm preparing to have on hand after birth. I hope to do a meal prep video. I did one last time. I don't know if I actually will because, like I said, my mother-in-law and my mom are doing lots of that meal prep for us. I know I'm going to prep some big batches of bone broth because bone broth is so healing, so warming to the body after birth, and it puts all those minerals back into your body. Because if you didn't know, When you're pregnant and you have a baby, you dump 10% of your mineral stores to your baby throughout the pregnancy and during birth. And 10% doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're 10% depleted, that just can cause lots of issues coming forth after into the postpartum time, depression, anxiety, more bleeding. I'll talk a lot more about healing foods in the future. But so I feel like this video went a little long, but y'all, I just love talking about home birth. I love thinking about home birth. It's just beautiful. So sorry if I got a little chatty, but I hope this is helpful to you if you're having a home birth, a free birth, a birth center birth, and you just want to get some supplies together. Even if you just want to think about getting your supply cart together for when you're at home, even if you're having a hospital birth. Hospitals will send you lots of this stuff home. So even if you're not having a home birth, if you're not, I don't know if you'd be watching this video, you could set you up a little cart like this. This I think is going to be phenomenal for having everything in one spot in the bathroom, because I can just roll to me in the bathroom. Maybe that will help you out. But I hope y'all have enjoyed seeing some of the things that I'm preparing for my home birth. We are so excited. We just pray that everything goes as smoothly and as beautiful as my last home birth. And I'm excited to bring y'all along and share all of that with y'all when that time comes.
What's this?
I don't know. Gloves? We're not going to open them. Those are from Miss Melinda.
Those are napkins for the baby. Oh, whoa. Those are napkins.
Okay.
These are all napkins and straws. And what are these? Diapers? These are diapers. They are diapers. What's this?
What's it look like?
A bed for the new baby.